Hello everyone! Welcome back to Mr. Andy's class. Yeah, learning fun with Mr. Andy. Okay. How are you there? Are you good? Yeah, I hope that you all good over there. Stay at home, learn at home, okay? Okay then. So, you know that last week we have learned about narrative text, right? Yeah, narrative text, it's about that your imaginary story. Thank you so much for you guys who have done right about your narrative text. Yeah, that's very good guys. But yeah, I have to check one by one. I haven't finished yet. Okay, thank you so much for you already submitted. Okay. So in here, you know that in narrative text, there is somebody will speak, okay, say something, okay, probably with the other actor, the other character. So in here, we will learn about a new topic that is direct and indirect speech. Okay, have you ever learned about this one before, guys? Direct and indirect speech. No? Okay, that's good then. If you haven't learned this one before, it means that that's good for me. I can explain it for you. Okay, maybe guys, in your daily conversation or probably in your narrative text, you wrote about this one. He said, "I'm playing." He said, "I'm playing." Or probably have you ever heard like this? He said that he was playing. He said that he was playing. Or like this. She said, "I am painting." She said that she was painting. Okay, look the example, guys. He said, "I did this exercise last night." He said, "I did this exercise last night." He said that he had done that exercise the previous night. He said that he had done that exercise the previous night. Okay, after you pay attention for the conversation, we can say that for the speech, what you can see the changing, guys. Did you notice the changing? Yes, we see first omission of commas. Look at this one, guys. Commas. In here, there is comma. In here, there is no comma. So, it omission. It's gone already. Okay, that's the first one. The second one, use of that. Look at this. Use of that, right? In here, there is no that. But in here, there is that, right? That's the second one. The third one, change of pronouns. Let's take a look. Change of the pronoun. Yeah. Look at this. The pronoun in here is I, but when you want to change it, becomes he. Yeah. That's the basic information about direct and indirect speech. Okay. Yeah. For your information, direct speech and indirect speech, when somebody really like to say direct or indirect. Indirect also say like reported speech. Okay, reported speech. Okay then, you have learned about three things, the basic things about that one. So let's take a look. A speaker's word can be reported in two ways. Somebody or people, we can say, or you guys in here, maybe if you want to report something, there are two ways that you can say that, right? First, direct, and the second one with indirect speech way. Okay, let's take a look this one. Direct speech. You know, direct speech is exact words of speaker. Exact. We can say totally like what the speaker says. Okay, example. The teacher said to Rajesh, "You have a bright future." You have a bright future. But if you want to change, where's my pen? Yeah, if you want to change into the indirect, you have to know before that indirect speech is what the speaker has said without using the exact words. Okay, what the speaker has said without the exact words. Do you know what is exact, guys? Exact? Yes, exactly like that. Okay, example. The teacher told Rajesh that he had a bright future. There's some changing in here, guys. Let's take a look. Yeah. First, in here, yeah. Uh, this one is changing. This one is changing, right? Changing. Yeah. Remember, exact words for the direct speech. This one in direct speech without using the exact words. That's the definition of direct and indirect speech. Next, so in here, guys, we also learn about tenses. Okay, tenses. There are some tenses that you have to know. Yeah, if the simple present tense is if the direct speech in the present tense, so the indirect speech will be changing. So what is that? Let's take a look. Yeah. Let's take a look at this one, guys. If the reporting verb in direct speech, remember, reporting verb in direct speech, statement in present tense or future, that in remains some indirect speech to example to there is no changing. Yeah. So there is exception in here, guys. You know, if the reporting verb, this is reporting verb, yeah, say he is very handsome. Yeah, this is direct, but indirect. My friends say there is no changing, right? That he is very handsome. Yeah, there is no changing. For example, another example. My granny will say you need to eat well. Will say. If there is no if their reporting verb will say, so in direct speech you have to stick to the will say. Okay, but you have to add that. Okay, that's the exception one. Okay, let's take a look for number one about simple present tense. Yeah, so in here, guys, there's some changing that you have to know. Yeah, if the reporting verbs is in the past tense, in the direct speech, yeah, the verb within the inverted commas will undergo corresponding changings into the indirect speech. Yeah, let's take a look about simple present tense. So in the simple present tense, if you see or if you want to make the direct speech in the simple present tense, you have to change into the simple past tense. Okay, because you know that simple present tense use subject plus verb 1 plus object, or subject plus be, is mr, okay, plus object or adverb, adjective, etc. But simple past tense, you know that subject plus verb 2 plus object. But subject be in here was were. Okay? Was were plus object, adjective, or adverb. Let's take a look about the example. This is the direct speech. Okay? The girl said, the flower is pretty. The flower is pretty. Remember, if you want to change into indirect speech, you have to put first that. Yeah. After that, you have to put the flower and change this one. Is become was. Okay, pretty. So what about this one, guys? He plays football. Football. Sorry, my handwriting is so bad. All right. So he plays football. Remember, we can put the girl, or the girl said he plays football. He plays football. So let's take a look about this one. The girl said that he played, yes, played football. Okay? Football. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? So change, right? This is present tense. This is simple past tense. Okay? Remember, if you want to make direct speech in the simple present tense, you want to change it into the indirect speech, you have to change to the simple past tense. Got it? Any question, guys? No? No? Very good. Let's go. Let's go next. Okay, number two. It's about present continuous and past continuous tense. In here, guys, if the direct speech is present continuous tense, do you know what is present continuous tense, right? So present continuous tense is subject plus be is the be is mr m, this is r, plus verb ing. Okay, but if you want to change it into the indirect, you have to change it in the past continuous. Past continuous, subject plus be in here is was were, okay, plus verb ing. Okay, let's take a look about the example. This is the direct speech. Yeah, the old man said, comma, apostrophe. Okay, the rain is falling very heavily. Yeah, heavily. Okay, remember this one. The rain. Yeah. Now we want to change into the indirect speech. The old man said that. Yeah, at this one, that the rain, this is the, sorry, the rain is in here, you have to change to the was. Okay, falling very heavily. Yeah, yeah, remember, guys, present continuous change to the past continuous. This is direct, this is indirect. Got it? Don't change to another tenses. That's not good. It's not allowed to change if the direct speech in present tense and you want to change it to the past continuous. That's not good. Stick to the rules, okay? All right. Do you have any question, guys? No. All right. Let's go next. So number three, present perfect. You have learned about present perfect, right? Because you know that present perfect, subject plus have or has plus verb 3. Yeah, but if you want to change it to the indirect speech, you have to change to the past perfect. Becomes subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object or adverb. Okay, let's take a look about the example. This is the direct speech. Yeah, the principal said, comma, all the students have passed. Okay, this is subject, this is have, this is verb 3. Change into the past perfect. The principal said, there is no that in here, but in here you have to put that. Okay, all the students, subject, had, verb 3. You know the difference, right? Change, they are changed, they are changing. Okay, okay, that's for number 3. So please remember about the changing, guys. If the tense is in the direct speech, but automatically in the indirect speech must be changing. Okay, next, number 4, simple past. Simple past, you know that simple past, subject plus verb 2 plus, sorry, plus object. Okay, change into the past perfect. Subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object. Okay, let's take a look this one, guys. Rohan said of, subject, arrived, verb 2, yesterday. This is adverb of time. If you want to change into the indirect, remember simple past, uh we can say pair to the past perfect. Yes, past perfect. Rohan said that. There is no that, but you have to add in here that. Settle. Had. Had. There is no had, right? You have to add in your had. Arrive. Verb 3. The previous day. So, one more thing that I want to tell you later on. If the direct speech, the adverb of time, yesterday, automatically in direct speech, the time, adverb of time must be changing, because you know that when somebody tell at the time, it's very different the time uh, people report it, right? Yeah, it's very different. Okay, this is for simple past. Okay, paired to the past perfect. Next, number 5. Whoa, models. Do you know what is models, guys? Models. Models is not like, okay, kayak aku mau pingin modal loh. Bukan gitu. Not like that. Okay, model. It's like auxiliary, kata kerja bantu. Okay, so let's take a look. Models with can. Okay, with can. He said she can dance. Okay, she can dance. So in here, if you want to change into the indirect speech, he said, yeah, don't forget, you have to add that she change can to be could dance. So can in here change to could. Okay, all right. So remember, guys, in direct speech, you have to change to the indirect. Yeah, the tenses must be changing too. Don't you stick to the sentence previously. Okay, all right then. So next, for the models number 6, let's take a look. Number 6, may. Yeah, for example, he said she may dance. Yeah, he said she may dance. For the indirect speech, he said that, yeah, add for that, she, yeah, may becomes might dance. Okay, modals may change to might. Okay, any question? No, that's good. Next, will. Okay, will. Remember, guys, will in here, you also have to change it. Yeah, in direct speech, he said she will dance, but in direct speech, he said that she, oh, this is not will, but would dance. Okay, so will change to would for the indirect speech. Okay, this is direct speech and this is indirect speech. You got it? Okay, any question, guys? If you have any question, please put your posting on our Google Classroom. Okay, next, number 8, modal for have or has to. Okay, he said she has to dance. Remember, she in here use has. She, he, it use has. Okay, but have, they, we, you, I use have. Okay, let's change into the indirect speech. He said that she, okay, remember this. Change to the tenses. Has to be had. Okay, for another example, he said that uh you have to dance. Example, yeah. Okay. So change into the indirect speech. He said that you had to dance. Okay? All right. Any question, guys? No? Okay, let's move it. Next, must. Yeah, must. Must in here, harus. Okay? Let's take a look the example of direct speech. He said she must dance. He said she must dance. Let's change into indirect speech. He said there is no that in here, but you have to put in here that. She must you have to change to had to. Why it becomes had to, Mr. Andy? Why is not must it? Must it? There is no must it, guys. If you want to change must, don't make it ed, okay? Must it. Actually, had to comes from have to. Okay, have to means in bahasa harus. But there is the difference actually. Must in here, you cannot break. You cannot break. You cannot break the rules. But have to, yeah, is there is no you can break the rule. Okay, you can break it. So that's why in here, must you change to the had to. Why not becomes have? Yeah, because in here, yeah, you have to change the tenses, guys. Don't put have to. Okay, don't put have to. It's not allowed. I will be angry. Okay. All right. Any question about this one, guys? No? Okay, can I move? Good. Let's go. All right. Because you know that we have learned about the changing of the tenses. Now, also in direct speech and indirect speech, you have to know that there's also a changing in the personal pronouns. Yeah, there's a changing. If direct speech, use the I in the direct speech, but you have to change the personal pronouns for the indirect speech. Let's take a look. In here, if I in direct speech, we can say this one the direct speech, you have to change into the indirect speech I, change to the he or she. Yeah, if direct speech is you, change into the indirect speech becomes he, she, they. Okay? Example, the doctor said, you are getting better. You are getting better. Okay? So, let's change into the indirect speech. The doctor said that you in here change to be she. Yeah? Why? Okay, that's the rule. Yeah? Because somebody reported. Yeah? Are changed to be was, because you know that we have learned before, if the uh, present continuous tense, if the direct speech in the present continuous tense, you have to change into the indirect speech to the past continuous tense. Okay, past continuous tense. All right, was getting better. You can also change he was getting better. But if you want to use they, you have to change was becomes were getting better. Okay? Alright, that's the number one. Okay? But what about I, guys? The doctor said, okay, I am getting better. Yeah, if somebody reported, the doctor said that he, she, or she was getting better. Okay? Alright, next. What about my? Yeah, my, you have to change to the his or her. My, you know that my, his, her is possessive pronoun, right? Yeah, change it to the his or her. Example, Jane said, comma, They are my friends. They are my friends. Okay, change into the indirect speech. Jane said, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to use this one. That they were her friends. They were her friends. Change, right? There's a changing, guys. Okay, this is simple present tense. You have to change to the past tense. Remember the rules. Past tense. This is present. Okay. Okay. Next, me. Me, him, her. This is, you know that me, him, her is object. Object, right? Okay, let's take a look at the example. Jane said, yeah, Jane said, he loved me. He loved me. Okay, he loved me. Let's take a look. Change into the indirect. Jane said that he, so this is past tense. Remember the rules. If the direct speech in the past tense, you have to change into the past perfect tense. Okay? Had loved her. Okay? Love her. So remember, change. There is a changing. Yeah? Any question? No? Okay, let's go next. Mine. Okay, that's mine. Yeah. Okay, if there is mine, you have to change to the his or hers. The pronoun changing to be his or hers. Okay, let's take a look at example. The direct speech is Jane says, "It is mine." Jane says, comma, stop it. Okay, it is mine. Okay, so for the wait a minute. For the indirect speech, let's change it. Jane says that it was hers. You can say it was his. Okay, you can change it. This is present tense. You have to change to the past tense. Okay, all right. Any questions? No. That's good, guys. Let's go next. Don't be stressful. Take a deep breath. Ooh, I know this is difficult, but it's okay, guys. Just remember about the rules, the forms. It's gonna be okay. Okay. All right. Next. So actually, when you learn about this, guys, it's not always you really always use direct speech. You can also use into the indirect speech. You can use it especially for your narrative text. Okay. Next. Okay. I have told you before that if there is adverb adverbs in the direct in the direct speech, you have to change also the adverb into the indirect speech. Okay, there's a changing, guys. Now let's take a look about the adverb. Adverb, yay, adverb. So adverb of time and place. Yeah, there's also a changing. If this is direct speech, this is indirect speech. If the direct speech in there is this, you have to change that. Today, that day. These, those. Now, then. Here, there. Tomorrow, the following day, or the following week, or it depends, yeah. Yesterday, the previous day, the day before, ago, we can say ago. In here, we can say before. Tonight become that night. Okay, you have to know about this one, guys. It's very important. Important. Yeah. Okay, direct speech change into the indirect speech. The time and place in the direct speech change to the indirect speech. Next, let's take a look about the example. He said, I shall discuss this matter next week. He said that. Remember, I. You can change the pronoun to be he. Shall change to be should. Discuss. This change to be that. Meta change next week to be the following week. Next, you can change the following. Okay, that's one of the example. Let's go to the next example. She said we shifted to this house 2 weeks ago. Remember, for the direct speech, there is this and ago. Okay, let's change into the indirect speech. She said that we, you can change they, shifted because this is no, you know that past tense, you have to change to the past perfect tense using had and verb 3. Yeah, to this change to the that house 2 weeks before. The before in here, ago change to the before. Got it? All right. All right. Pay attention, guys. Carefully. Okay, next. So let's go to the another changing of time and place. Yeah. I saw him today. She said. She said that she, this is past tense. You have to change to the past perfect. Yeah. That she, I in here change to the she. So had seen today, that day. So change today to be that day. This is direct, this is indirect. Okay? Yeah, there's a changing. The pronoun changing, the verb changing, the adverb of time changing. Okay? Alright. Next. So let's take a look if the direct speech using yesterday and indirect must be the day before. Okay, example. He said that he had seen him to the day. Okay, if somebody there, I saw him yesterday. This is direct speech. But you want to change it, you can change to the indirect like this. He said that he had seen. This is past tense, right? He change I becomes he. So past tense change to the past perfect. Him, him. If direct speech there is yesterday, you have to change to the day before for indirect speech. Okay, there's a changing, guys. All right, next. Okay, we go next about interrogative sentence. Do you know what is interrogative sentence, guys? Yeah, using question mark like who, where, what. Okay, or probably that the sentence, the answer use need yes, no answer. Okay. Okay. Next, interrogative using question mark. Ooh. Next. So you know that, guys, if the direct speech using a question, yeah, if the direct speech using a question, if you want to change into the indirect speech, totally it's changed to the a statement. There is no question anymore in the indirect speech. Yeah. In a direct yes no question, reporting verb is changed into ask, inquiry, and if or whether is used. Example. Let's take a look. Example. She said, "Are you writing a poem? Are you writing a poem?" For the example, we can say that we can see that's for present continuous. Yeah, present continuous tense. Okay, that's continuous. Yeah. So for the indirect speech, we can say she asked me whether. Yeah, use whether in your guys. Whether I, you change you becomes I was, you change this one was writing a poem. Yeah. So when you change it, change to the past continuous tense. Okay, remember guys, this one is question mark, but in here to be a statement. There is no question mark anymore. Okay, to be a statement. Next, let's take a look the other example. I said to him, do you know when she will go home? Do you know when she will go home? Okay, remember, do you know? So using asking for yes, no question. Let's go. Change to the indirect. Remember, if you change it into the indirect, there is no more question mark. Okay? Yeah? Okay. Let's take a look. I said to him, do you know when she will go home? So in here, change said to be asked. Or same like this one, guys. Okay, change. I asked, there's a changing. Him. Yeah, him. If, remember this is if, right? If he, you becomes he. No, this is present tense. You have to change to the past tense. Knew when she will becomes would go home. Okay, changing that. Okay, changing. Next, yeah. What about using like WH question or H question how? Okay. So in case of question word like who, how, where, etc. Yeah, same word is used to introduce the reported speech. If there is a question like using where, for example, where do you live? She asked me. So we change to the indirect speech. She asked, she asked me where, still where I live. There is no more question mark. Where do you live? She asked me. For the indirect speech, she asked me where I live. Okay, this is past tense. You change to okay, still. But this is change. She becomes I. Is it like that? No. Okay. In here, guys, let's take a look once again. Let me change the pen. Okay. Where do you live? She asked me. So she asked me in here. Sorry guys. She asked me in here. You put in here. Where do you live? There is no more do in here. Yeah. Still you have to change to I. Live becomes past tense. This is present tense. You have to change to the past tense. Remember the rules. Okay. Another example. Yeah. He asked, how do you write poems? How do you write poems? Yeah. There is question mark. For the indirect speech, let's take a look indirect speech. He asked me, yeah, how, there is no more do. You becomes I, write becomes wrote. This is verb 2. Poems. No more question mark. Okay. Looks the difference, guys. Okay. How I wrote poems. Okay. All right then. Next. Whoa. The new one. Let's take a look about imperative sentence. Do you know what is imperative, guys? Like command. Yeah. Like you ask someone to do something. Yeah. So for imperative sentence also there is for direct and indirect speech. Okay. Next. In imperative sentence, reporting verb is changed into the ask, advise, request. Yeah. And also the tense, you remember this one. This is exception, guys. If direct speech uh present tense, so indirect speech must be present tense. Yeah. There is no changing of tenses in the imperative tenses sentence. Okay, there is no changing in the imperative sentence. Okay, let's take a look at the example. Oh yeah, one more thing. The verb is put infinitive 2. Infinitive in here, verb 1. Yeah. If there is no verb 1, if there is verb 1 infinitive, you have to add 2. Example. I said take your seat. I said take your seat. That's command, right? Imperative. So in here, said, if you want to change to the indirect, you have to change said become asked. I asked him to, yes, add to take his shit. Yeah, there is pronoun in here because this is one, him, his. Yeah, example, another example. Let's this one. He said, "Give me some food, please." So let's change into the indirect. He asked. He asked me to take to give, sorry, to give some food. Okay, he asked me to give some food. Yeah. uh is that correct, guys? What do you think? He asked me to. Okay, if this is correct, please comment. Yeah, I need to see your comments. Yeah, how about the correct one? Okay, he said give me some food. So please comment this one, guys. I'm gonna see. I know this is not correct, but what about the correct one? Yeah, I'm waiting for your comments. Okay, next. Or you can comment on our Google Classroom. So exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory, you know that using this one. Okay, next. In exclamatory sentences, reporting verb is changed into exclaimed. Okay, exclaimed with joy. Yeah, remember this is very important. Exclaimed with joy or sorrow or anger or surprise. That is used. Example. He said, "How beautiful a place." How beautiful a place. Example into the indirect. He exclaimed with joy. Remember, said changed to the exclaimed with joy that, yeah, there is that. Remember, there is that. It was a very beautiful place. Yeah, it was a very beautiful place. This is present tense. This is past tense. Yeah, there is no how anymore. Yeah, yeah, there is no more how. Okay, next. Rohan said, "Alas, his father died." Okay, let's take a look about this. Rohan surprised surprised with what? Oh, I'm sorry, not surprised. Rohan exclaimed with surprise surprise that Allah's father Allah's fathers died. Okay, next example. Sorry, this is bad handwriting. Next. Woo! Finally, it's done, guys. Whoa! So remember, guys, if the direct speech is uh, if you want to change the direct speech into the indirect speech, you have to remember there is a changing from the tenses, a changing from the personal pronoun, a changing for adverb of time or adverb of place. Yeah, but there is exception for the uh, imperative and exclamatory. Okay, remember about that one. Okay, do you have any question, guys? If not, all right, thank you so much for your attention. After this, please go to our Google Classroom. I'm gonna give some things to you guys that you have to fill. Okay, thank you so much, guys, and stay safe. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Keep fighting. God bless you all.